Oh,
There we go.
all right. And we're back.
Can you see it? Can you see the red thing over there?
Yeah, live.
There we go. Anyway.
Ridiculous. Yeah, so we're back. We're doing another mystery beer. Broke them up just so it's a little, to use Matt's phrase, a little easier to digest, especially if you're watching it not live. You can just click two different videos for two different mystery beers. These are courtesy of Max, so obviously that's awesome. And if you didn't catch how this came to be, Max sent Matt at Massive Beer Reviews, myself, and the Nerd Sense guys boxes of beer. 8 of them were the same mystery beers. Unfortunately, the Nerd Sense ones have disappeared. I think they went to the Bermuda Triangle, got lost.
They're not even around anymore. Someone drank them.
Oh yeah, they're like completely off the radar, off the map. They don't exist anymore. So yeah, really odd. So unfortunately, we had to go forward, just Matt and I, and not the Nerd Sense guys. But thanks, Max. It was an awesome thought, and yeah, I'm super stoked. We just did the first one, and usually don't have this is pretty unique where we have the same mystery beer. So this is kind of a cool opportunity. So yes, thanks again.
Unique in a sense too, though. I rarely do back-to-back mystery beers. Like it's like almost like I never do it because I feel like I want to be like a full in tune like my palate. But it's not like we just drank a big huge imperial stout with a bunch of sweetness and a bunch of adjuncts in it that'll fuck our palate up. Fuck no.
Yeah. If this is some soft, gentle beer, this is going to be really challenging because yeah, we just had a very sweet stout. So. Should we get into it?
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Oh, sorry. Yes, ma'am. I forgot this is on Kyle's channel, too.
It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Okay. We should have guessed what the style was. How many beers
do you have tonight? Two. I only had 2. Yeah, 2 19% alcohol beers.
Yeah, jeez.
See, this is very different looking than the other one, though.
Yeah.
It looks the same, but you see how much more brown? One, you know what I mean? It just looks different. I can get light through the new one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This number 4 is lighter. It's more of a dark brown to black, whereas the other one was motor oil. Yeah.
That's porter vibes, or like you said in the earlier video, Cascadian Dark, Black IPA, Schwarzbier, or even Belgian vibes, like a Belgian Dark, Belgian Double kind of vibes to it. As far as look.
Yeah. I didn't go there, but you're right, because it's brown enough that it could be something like that even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Aroma?
Hell yeah.
It's a very distinct smell. It's a familiar smell. But it's not, off the bat, it's not a smell that makes me think of beer.
I would say the opposite.
Really?
I would say it's got to be, because the way the nose is coming off, and this is just me, this is actually me guessing based off of what I've drank and what I'm smelling, is that it's a dark beer that's lagered. It's a lager. It's a Bock. It's Dunkel. It's not as high in ABV. It's probably fucking around in the high 6s, maybe low 7s, and I think it's lagered. Based it off of the nose, the biggest thing that jumped out to me besides almost slightly funky yeast that I'm attributing to a lager is a nut characteristic, like a nutty it's not Nutella, but it's not hazelnut, but it's floating somewhere between those two.
That's the thing I got initially, and a lot of it that I'm like, this isn't beer smelling, it's that nuttiness for sure. I get a hint of smokiness too.
Well, let's pause for a second and talk about Eric here. Eric, you're my new favorite dude in the universe. Cheers, brother.
I'll try to drink more stuff off the shelf. I don't know. I'll try harder. I'm trying to do more local stuff. That's one thing I'm trying to do.
Or you could be like me, where I say, I post a Sammy Smith's review, Sammy Smith's Imperial Stout, and I'm like, this is great beer. If you don't like this, you don't like beer. And someone's like, you're pretentious. Like Sammy Smith's Imperial Stout. I'm like, it's like the least pretentious beer in history.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
like, yeah.
That's ridiculous.
You can't win for losing, man, no matter what you do.
I like that you paused everything just to make fun of me. Well done. Well done.
You
know. But yeah, I do get like a hint of smokiness or something to it. It's interesting. I don't know. It's not screaming. I'm glad you have a little bit more to say than me because it's not screaming style or anything yet to me.
I could get the smoky kind of sort of thing.
It's not like a Rausch beer smoky.
No, it's more bologna to me than like smoky. But I can get what you're talking about. That's if I dive in like super real deep on it.
It's smoke pellets. It's like wood pellets you put in a smoker. It's not quite like they're on fire smoky, but it's like that woody hickory kind of a thing.
I want to drink it, beer. Yeah, I want to drink it. I don't want to fuck around no more. Cheers. Okay. You
got to dial that ABV down.
You think?
I think.
You think? If this is above 6, I'm fucking
right. Like,
but that could be that 10% pushing us down a little bit too.
That's true too. Yeah. Again, for people who don't know, we just drank a 10% sweet stout, so we might be a little messed up for this one.
Be a dunkel, man. It's got to be a dunkel. And then you know what the best part about it is that when the last video I made a joke, let's guess the beer, and I said like a smoked lager. I said the last one, and it'd be funny if this one's. It's got to be a dunkel, dude. It's got to be.
So I'm thinking like, was it Kostricker? I don't think this is a Kostricker, or however you pronounce it, but like just like it's like like a dark lager.
It's 100% lagered, without a doubt. There, like I would bet a dime, because that's a lot of money. I would bet a dime that it was lagered, and it's clean, it's well made. I get that little bit of hint, and you talk about like my boy Oak Ridge is in here saying, bologna means real fresh Czech dark lager. I think and true. I mean, that can be real fresh, but we rarely get it real fresh. So for me, more bologna is Rausch beer, like your Enkeler, Schleckler. Rausch beer is really, really bologna. And Beer Patrol said, bologna, sign me up. Sign me up, son. And Eric saying, love you. And I'm also getting an elf drop tomorrow from Oak Ridge. He literally drives by my house. I've never met him in real life. He drives by my house and drops beer on top of my mailbox, not in it, on top of it. And it just sits there for anybody to take if they want. So anybody tomorrow, if I'm working, come by my house and get free beer. Anyway, so yeah, it's a 5.8% Dunkel. That's my guess.
5.8?
5.8% Dunkel.
I was going like 4 or 5. Now you make me want to go higher. I'll stick to the 4 or 5. And yeah, just a dark lager. If it could get more specific, it could say that it uses some smoked malts in there. I wouldn't be surprised because I still get a little bit of that smokiness and the taste I got in the aroma.
And I could see where you're coming from because, like, to even go a step further, maybe not. I was gonna say, what's super hot right now, like Hansel hot, is fucking Czech, not Czech dark lagers, but Bach. Just dark lagers in general. I was going to think of a different beer. No, Czech dark lager. That's what I was thinking of. Czech dark lagers are super hot right now. Like a lot of boutique brewers are making them right now. So, and Joe's pretty much saying what I'm leaning into. I just don't have the balls to say it's Von Trapp's Dunkel. That's kind of what I'm saying. I'm calling like literally. I'm like I don't want to call it that because I don't want to be wrong, but I'll say it right now. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay. I don't know that beer specifically, so I don't know.
And it definitely comes in the 12-ounce can, and it's readily available, and it's delicious. So it kind of makes sense. So that was kind of my thing.
Okay. Should we find out?
Yes, we should. I still have some more in there. It is not. It's even better. I love this beer. I have this beer in my fridge right now. It's non-alcoholic Athletic Brewing. I have this beer in my fridge right now. That's how much I like this beer.
I saw that we were getting some of their stuff locally, and a buddy of mine's been drinking some non-alcoholic beer. I said, have you ever heard of these guys? I didn't buy any, so I've never had it, but I am familiar with this company.
Yeah, and honestly, not to Max is like dying to see the reveal. Not to like, and this is a Massive Beers special right here. Not to kind of make an excuse for us not to be perfect, but I would bet anybody 9 pennies if you drank a 10% maple syrup honey stout before you drank this. There's no way you would guess this is non-alcoholic, because when I drank it, you're like, oh, no, it's got low ABV. I'm like, you think? I'm like, you fucking think? I'm like, it's dry as fuck and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Totally attribute that to us drinking a 10% beer. But I love this beer, and I really enjoyed this. That's why I was like, okay, I like this. It's soft, it's fluffy, it's creamy, it tastes like a lager. Done and done. And I probably have 4 or 5 of these in my fridge. Like, I'll actually, you know what this beer, I love this beer for literally the beer that we just drank. And I'm going to do it because Joe and the Beer Patrol is hanging out right now.
No.
I'm telling you right now, this is going to be the best Cuvée in the history of fucking mankind, because you're going to get that big malty dryness and you're going to take that sweetness and dumb it down. Joe, the all-time Cuvée, baby. Just a little bit more sweetness. It's like you're drinking fluffy porter, sweet juice. I'll even stack it up so we can get both of them in the mix. Look at that, buddy.
I hope you're amused, Max. I hope you're really, really amused right now.
I like this now. I like this better than both of the beers, I think. And honestly, it's what I do a lot of time with the Athletic beers. Like, if I do beer reviews, I usually keep non-alcoholic beer in my fridge, and I usually keep a bulk of the time it's Athletic. So if it's Pilsner, it's going to be like Bitburger or some other German classic kind of Pilsner lager, non-alcoholic beer. And then I keep usually some Athletic, their base IPA. And they're in this beer. And a lot of times I'll either drink it when I want to have a beer, or if I've had a couple beers and I don't want to have alcoholic beers, or if I have like a big, huge burley stout that's too sweet, I'll do this. I'll Cuvée it, and I think it tastes quite nice.
I am okay with the Cuvée. It actually is pretty nice.
Yeah. I said 5%. You said I said 7. I said 5 and change, didn't I? What did I say?
When you smelled it, he's saying. You said that you smelled it, but then when you tasted it, you dropped it down. Yeah.
Yeah. When you tasted it, it was crazy. But
yeah, it's quite.
I like Joe said. I like how Kyle's disgusted while doing the Cuvée himself. You literally had it was like punching you in the face to do it. It was like, oh my god. Oh,
I did not want to do that. But it's not bad. It's not bad.
How dare I ruin this non-alcoholic beer with this horrible fucking alcoholic beer? And that's the thing. See, Max, I texted him right before we did this. And I said, hey, man, just so you know, we're going to go live and we're going to review 2 and 4. And he's like, that should make a pretty interesting combination. And right there, fucking known something was up.
Yeah.
And honestly, and I say this with all honesty in my heart, is that I believe if we did them opposite, it would be an infinitely different reaction. Yeah. That's kind of the thing that when you do back-to-back beer mystery beers, I think there's always going to be a little bit of variance. But if you go from, like, let's say a maple honey imperial stout to a double IPA, I might like it more because I might be like, oh, this isn't as sweet as most double IPAs, or vice versa. If I go from a double IPA to a big stout, I'm like, okay, it's kind of working that direction. The biggest drawback is not necessarily like ABV. Sure, if you get a big jump from ABV, that sucks. but it's going from something like a 10% imperial stout with a bunch of sweet adjuncts to like literally a non-alcoholic beer, which is like, that is when you need to have your palate kind of like 100% on point, because it's like, I don't know if I would have called this non-alcoholic, but I would have went from mid fives to like, this is probably like a 2 or 3%, you know what I mean? Porter or something of that ilk, you know what I mean? So good on you for going even lower.
Max, I'm curious if you got a lot of maple out of the Marlowe one. I'm just curious. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I don't know, because I don't drink a lot of beer under 4%. I don't know the last time I have had a beer under 4%. So I don't know if this was the only beer I drank all day, if I would have been lower than 4% in my guess anyway. But I am sure that, yes, the sweetness, the 10% of the first, then coming to this. And I don't know their process at all, how they brew these beers, but I mean, it really does have that black lagery kind of a taste. So I don't know if that's part of their secret to doing the, zero alcohol or not, or 0.5%, whatever it is.
Yeah. 0.5. Yeah. Well, they have to write on a label by law less than 0.5%. So you don't actually know the ABV level.
Yeah.
But I forget when they actually did they actually were on Steal This Beer, and Augie from Steal This Beer was trying to like kind of talk to him about his brewing process. The guy wouldn't tell him whatever. He was getting pissed at him, like, really, dude, you're just not even gonna talk about it, like, probably on the show. They have to be doing something different than other people, because their beers obviously come off a little bit better than other people's beers. But at the same time, I don't know if it's a frozen yogurt and Seinfeld situation too. You know what I mean? Maybe it's 1.2%. You know what I mean? And we just don't do it. You know what I mean? Or maybe they're doing something different. We just don't know it. But yeah. Let's put it this way: like their non-alcoholic stuff I think is leaps and bounds better than most. Outside of some of the German old school breweries, like I said, I always kind of talk about Bitburger is one of my favorite like non-alcoholic breweries. Like there's a bunch of really good ones from like old school German breweries that do it quite well. But Athletic does some great stuff. But I've been seeing a ton of them pop up as of late. I haven't bought them, but I've stopped in the bottle shops. I would say over the past 6 months, I've stopped in the bottle shops and I've seen 2 or 3 more craft brewery like that I've never heard of before put out stuff. Like I've seen like Brooklyn Special Effects or you know what I mean? Like Lagunitas did a non-alcoholic IPA, but I'm seeing brand new breweries that are just NA only.
So Max didn't get much maple either. Over the weekend, I ended up hating it. I had from Great Notion a double maple stout with boysenberry, and like you got the maple, but then the boysenberry is what killed the beer, made me hate the beer. But like it was just so obvious it had maple in it. Whereas this, it's so soft. Yeah, I'm curious. Yeah.
There you go. It's not hard to find stuff if you work for the place. Yeah. You two need to hook up right now and see if you can find that thing. Yeah, because it sucks not to get beer mail and all that stuff, but the time and effort and stuff that Max put together to put this for everybody. Even the mystery beers that Kyle and I are doing right now, I feel like we put like an unspoken moratorium on them for a little bit. Like we were just like, we didn't talk about doing them together for a bit to be like, can we still do them? Is that like bad form for us to do them together? And I'm just like, let's fucking do them. We don't know if they should be drank now or they can age. We have no idea. So let's just fucking do them. And if they show up, they show up, and then they can do them on their own, and we'll go from there. It won't be the last time we get to do this stuff, hopefully.
Yeah. No, this is rad, and yeah.
Okay. Matthew talking about the Marlowe. He said, going back to the last review, the bottle shop half a mile from my place has Marlowe ordered online and walking over to pick it up now. Fuck, dude, that's a great. You're literally walking over while talking to us to grab Marlowe. I love it. Michael used UPS. It's been at Chelmsford Depot for almost 2 weeks. Oh, look at this. We're matchmaking. We're matchmaking comments. It's almost it's like Tinder but better.
But better
on each other.
That's funny.
Yeah, I mean Matthew Marlowe does the low ABV beers better than almost anybody right now. Pale, ale, CSB, lager. They are up there, man. I mean, the only people that do it better is this place called Suarez that Kyle would never go. And then,
oh wait! You tell the people the true story about this.
What?
That I went Saturday for you. Well, for a lot of us.
Yeah. So Suarez Brewing released a barley wine in little itty bitty bottles for little nippers. For those that have you ever drank a beer out of the bottle that small before, Kyle?
I don't think so.
Yeah. So how much were they a bottle?
Was it 12? I think they were 12 or 13.
Holy shit, that's crazy. So and we're all like Keith would immediately be like, I'm going to sleep there. You know what I mean? But Keith had to work, so Keith started riding Kyle a little bit, and then he rode you a little bit. He's like, come on, Kyle, go get it. And then I'm like, Kyle, go get it. Come on, it's right down the street from you. It's half an hour. Kyle's like, it's an hour. I'm like, Google Maps says it's 45 minutes. That's 35 minutes in real time. I'm like, you suck. He's sitting on a throat of lies. And that was it. That's how it left it. That was like a couple days before it. I didn't say anything else. And we had a conversation. We've talked about things other than that afterwards. And then you're like, I went and got it. I was like, oh, don't fucking make me feel like an asshole. Then I went, wait a minute. I'm not gonna do that, Kyle, every time. I'll get some nice beer, but I appreciate it, dude. That's very cool. It's a very cool beer to get, and I am very happy. So I'll have to do something, send you something extra.
That'll be one that all of us should have. You, Keith, Nerd Sense, Mike, and Sean, and myself. So we could do a live stream or something. Would be pretty cool.
Yes. So. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah, it'd be worth it to do it. I mean, a reason to hang out. You know, like we need those, but it would be cool. And honestly, it's like I'm really curious to see what everybody else thinks about it. I'm really curious to see what I think about it, because as much as I love, Suarez and what they do, it's a leap. You know what I mean? You're talking about $12 for an 8-ounce bottle. That's kind of crazy. And then you also talk about, be like, I love this brewery, but I love this brewery that hasn't made anything above 6%. So it's kind of like going into like, someone's like, hey, do you want to go to this Michelin 5-star restaurant? And it's a chef from McDonald's. And it's like, are you sure? Like really? Like, not that it's the same, but I'm just trying to be funny. But it's like, you're diving into a barley wine from a brewery that for the past, since it's opened, hasn't produced anything over 6%. And they're just like, here's barley wine. It'll be interesting. Did you read the bottle and look into it at all? I'm curious. Did they give you any kind of sense of what kind of barley wine it is?
No, it was such a fast system. There wasn't any chit chat. You just were in your car almost the whole time, and then you got they brought out your beer. Then you got out, grabbed it, put it in your car, and left. It was definitely no time for chit chat. I assume it's an English style, but I don't know. But it's been aging in those bottles since 2017.
Yeah, Christmas 2017. So even if it was an American barley wine, it's not anymore.
Yeah, exactly. So
yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm excited. We should actually probably see if we can schedule that for this weekend if everybody is up for it. Because Keith will be back, Friday morning?
Thursday or Friday, yeah.
Did the Nerd Sense guys already have it? Or
I think Keith is dropping it off tomorrow Mike's house. I don't know when Mike and Sean will see each other. Usually they do Friday. If they're they haven't been filming together, but sometimes they have beer for the other one. They might see each other on Friday. Was it 18 a bottle, Max? Okay, so it was 18 a bottle. Sorry. Wait. 18?
It was $18 a bottle for an 8-ounce bottle. Was $18 a 4-pack?
No. Matt, it was really expensive. Was it that much? Oh, you're right. Max must be right because of how much I paid in total. Because I got a 4-pack for Keith and a 4-pack for Sean of other stuff. And that $18 does make more sense.
Yeah. If I knew, I want to punch you now for buying it.
Well, well, okay, people at home, Matt undersold how mean they were all being to me, threatening to kick me out of BeerTuber Palooza in the future,
I didn't do that. I didn't say that.
boycotting my channel,
That did
really
I say
bad
that?
stuff, really bad stuff. So I felt really pressured. If they were going to still be my friends, I had to do this for them.
Fake news. Fake news. Fake news. Kyle votes for Trump. Anyway, watch your viewership go down right now, Kyle. Join me. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome down there, buddy.
Hey, ridiculous.
Yeah, Max, see, that's the other part. Now I feel bad because Max ain't got a bottle. Tell me you're picking up that Suarez barley wine, Kyle. 4 years of making $18 a bottle. Joe, see, I would say Joe is correct, but Joe is basically like who's the person like that, like when you're using your cell phone listens and never ever lets themselves be known. That's Joe in our group chat. You know what I mean? Like the NSA, is it the NSA?
Yeah,
Joe's
yeah.
group chat. It's just like he never says anything, but he's just like, I'm creeping on all that shit all the time. And then
Too funny.
I don't know who this is directed towards. Is Justin you guy or my guy?
I don't know Sapwood Sellers, so no, Maryland.
Yeah, I've never heard of him either. Just so everybody knows, like this is actually being broadcast on Kyle's channel and my channel at the same time. So if we're not quite sure where the comments are coming from, that's why it doesn't actually differentiate between whose channel. I've heard actually, no, that's not true. I've heard the name before, but I've never had anything from them. Pretty new, but consistently make some of the best IPAs and barrel-aged sours on the East Coast. That's a pretty big testament. And Joe from Beer Patrol, that is 100% me. Yeah, we already knew that, brother. You didn't have to verify that. That's that we know. We know. Yeah. I cannot believe those bottles were $18. But if you told me, let's put it this way, if Swerves is down the street from my house and I went there and said, oh, it's $18 a bottle for 8 ounces of beer, I would have laughed and walked away and been like, Kyle, go fuck yourself. So you're a way better, nicer person than me. I thought they were going to be like $5 a bottle.
Is it still up on their website?
No, I looked already.
Oh, okay.
If you text Keith, he'll tell you in 3 seconds because he's like got that Rain Man level stuff going. Source.
He does. I got him that smoke lager he lit up.
Yeah. And I get it. You know what I mean? Like, putting it in their cellar, aging it, and what is it worth? Blah 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 blah. But man, like $12 would have been like insane. Like I can go get like I don't know, man. $18. If I'm buying 9 ounces, it's probably 9.2. It's these bottles. They're putting in the old Hardy's bottles, like these bottles, which are 25, right?
It's bigger than that, I think.
Bigger than this? Because he actually called them nip bottles. That's what Dan called them. Nip. They're like nips, where you're like, if you ever buy Rolling Rock, the pony bottles.
I mean, maybe it's because the glass is thicker. Like, it definitely has more heft to it than one of those. I'll see if I can find that screenshot in our group text.
Oh, you know what? There you go. I'll do it right now. It's Suarez Poets Walk. Is that what it's called? Poets Walk.
My computer's being
10.6%.
What is it?
I believe it's called Poets Walk from Suarez Brewing, right?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find the actual bottle size on it. I know people will take pictures on Untapped, so you could probably be able to find the actual picture on there somewhere. Bum, 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 bum.
Thanks, Max, for blowing up my spot. Appreciate that.
What do you do?
No, about how much these cost.
Oh.
I was just messing. Yeah, just trying to kill the dead air.
It's all dead air, man. You don't have to worry about it. Come on, fucker. Okay, Suarez Brewing, Uncapped. Let's see if I can find it in there. This is the most intriguing, interesting YouTube channel. It's two guys searching the internet for shit.
This is the most viewers we've had tonight while we're like not interacting. I don't know if we should take offense to this while we're just like scrolling looking for information. Oh, it just went up by another person. We're just like looking for information.
Oh, this son of a bitch. The bottle's not the right way.
And for some reason, our group text is loading very slowly for me.
There we go. Now I'll find out the exact fucking. Come on, you son of a bitch. Okay, this one is 375 milliliter. Oh, 12-ounce bottle. Okay. That doesn't make me feel. I mean, it's still bad, but it doesn't make me feel that bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought they were like 12 ounces. The glass has, like I was saying, some heft to it.
Yeah. What the fluid is the fluid. You know what I mean? If they're calling it 375, it's 375. You know what I mean? Like it's what 375 milliliters of liquid inside.
That's what I'm saying. Like when you showed me the other bottle, so I was like, no, it's not like a Hardy bottle. It's thicker than that.
Yeah, when I saw him post it, he actually literally said the word nip bottles, which is like colloquialism from like lower upstate New York into Pennsylvania, and from Pennsylvania south, it actually goes from that to ponies. So pony nip bottles are 9 ounces.
Okay, Matt, are you opposed to me reading word for word what you said to me?
No, I don't give a shit.
So now we're up to 29 people. Wow. Okay. So. And I'm going to swear in this for people who don't like to hear me swear, just because I'm quoting Matt here.
I can make it sound like boop.
Just checking in to see if Kyle/Ryan, although he called me Ryle, has grasped the importance of the Suarez barley wine yet and has agreed to drive the, in all capital letters, the 30 fucking minutes to grab back to lowercase to grab it, as opposed to all of us driving the all uppercase several hours back to lowercase. Wait, was that all uppercase subtle back to lowercase enough? I don't want to sound like a douche. And then 3 people laughed at that.
Oh, hey, wait! Before you move on, what time did I write that?
Where'd it go?
You might not be able to see it if you're on the web.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Move on.
Thursday at 10:37 p.m.
10:37 for me is most people's 3 a.m. So keep that.
375. And yeah, you're right. They did call it a nip bottle. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Totally worth it.
Is that it? I thought you were going to read more.
Read every meme. Some of this stuff is not not stuff I can say on the internet, man.
Oh no, you don't want to read the part where I say Kyle, I'm like, ha ha ha, it's not a big deal. I'm joking around. I can't believe you're not going to read that part.
I don't remember that part existing.
Didn't I write you something about like personally in your thing, telling me about getting it and going, dude, I can't believe me jokingly bust your balls did that.
But that wasn't in front of the audience of everyone else.
Well, because I don't want people to think I'm a nice guy. Stop blowing up my spot, man.
Too funny. All right. Some comments.
Yeah, let's go to comments. Anyway, Max said 375 milliliter like an age ago, so we didn't have to put any of that work in. We could just wait for him a bit. Justin Rieger said a little late to the party, but how was that Marlowe Stout? It was okay, right?
I liked it, yeah.
I liked it, but it's not like I was like, oh. Victor saying, what's going on, guys? What's going on, Vic? I'm going to call you Vic. I didn't even ask. Max going to grab mine on Saturday, so he actually has some, so we don't feel bad now.
Good.
Clayton Jenkins, screw the beer reviews. I'm here for the Googling. Good. That's right, son. Clayton Jenkins. Loving the Mount Rat shirt. Yeah, good old mouse rat. Fuck yeah. Max, at UPS right now. I'll try to find it through our online system. If nothing populates, I'll make a couple calls. Look at this shit. Making those Collide. Yep. I just want a 10% finder's fee. Anyway, Michael, you're a damn savior, man. If this rise from the ashes magically shows up at Sean's house, I'll send you a box. Motivation. We have this guy chiming in. There's no way Kyle is swearing right now. It's not happening. I don't believe it. Kyle's inner New Yorker coming out. No promises, but I'll have my trailer driver ask when he gets up there tonight. And Michael, I wrote it off as dead. So this is awesome of you. Yeah, no, that's pretty cool if you actually find it, man. You know what I mean? I used to have a really great UPS guy when I worked years ago. We're talking over 20 years ago. God damn, I'm old. I used to get all my shit. We used to get all fucked up, and he having a good logistics person and a good shipping company is like worth its weight in gold. Even now, like I work for the company I work for, I do more. I used to do like LTL and parcel shit. Company, if I handle any kind of shipping now, it's like international like shipping from like overseas to here and stuff like that, and it's just they kind of need those people, so it's really cool to see that little bit of fucking camaraderie and combination that gets found, and then the best part is they won't be mystery beers because the Nerdsense guys have watched these all by now. So.
We'll send them a message if they haven't seen it. Just keep avoiding because got to keep hope alive. That's awesome.
So no. So Max and Mike, if you do find it and get it moving again, reroute it to my house. Shit, I should do this off the air. Reroute it to my house, and I'll repackage all the beers so they think they know what they are, but they don't know what they are, and I'll put in really similar ones. So they'll be like, oh yeah, of course, that's this beer. You know what I mean? And then just fuck them all up. So that's what you do. There you go. So, problem solved.
Yeah, a lot of ideas. Just get them all out of your system. There you
go. Holy shit. Anyway. So what else you got, man? Anything else?
Not much, brother. Just loving life, living life. Get my first vaccine dose tomorrow, so I'm excited. As someone who goes to a dirty school every day, it'd be nice to have a little bit of some protections. That'd be nice. Yeah.
And for those playing it along at home, the school's not dirty. The people are dirty.
Oh yes, no. The custodians do a very nice job of cleaning the germs that the people bring in.
No, I'm looking to get the vaccine soon. I didn't actively try to find it. Just because with me having it. Yeah. Not saying that's in no way, shape, or form means you can't get it again. That's not what I'm trying to say. But the odds are that if I had it, I had it like basically 2 months ago. For all intents and purposes, I'm probably better off than a good portion of both. Not just from an immunization standpoint, but also from I might be able to deal with it better. Because I've already went through it. So I was going to hold off a little bit on it until I got it to let other people that really, really need it to get it first. But now with the baby around the corner, I kind of think I want to get it. Obviously, my wife does not want to get it, and I don't want her to get it until the baby comes out. I think that's sound. I think that's a sound decision for us because she does not leave home. Like during non-COVID times, like we're farmers, she doesn't leave home, and I go to my workplace, and the rest of the people we don't interact with anybody but our mother-in-law and brother-in-law, and it's much the same there. So I'll probably be the guinea pig that gets it, but I'm excited to get it done. I'm in a high risks kind of sector, so I should be able to get it. I'm kind of pumped. I'm excited to where we can get it back to not the normal, but a certain semblance of normal. And I think this is the first. Yeah, this is the first step towards that. So, what did they let you know what you're getting in advance, or you don't know? Like the Moderna
in advance. It's the one that is 3 weeks later you get the second shot. So I forget which one that is, Pfizer or Moderna.
Yeah, I'm curious to see if there's in the long run if there's any kind of difference, you know, because now we're starting to see other things pop up where, oh, this one's great against the UK variant, or this one's, you know what I mean, this, and blah, 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 and then somebody's going to come out with another one that's only one dose, but then they're like, oh, wait, variants come out and you're going to have the booster, and massive vaccine reviews. It's just the best.
Nice. It's funny. Maple syrup.
There you go. So what are you thinking, brother? You ready to call
hang out my wife?
What?
I should probably hang out my wife some tonight.
There you go. So let's cut this short. So let's do the prerequisite end game stuff. Actually, before we go, I want to talk about this. Joe thinks, I think the Pfizer one is the 3-week one. He's like, and he's got a heart defect. He's like, I want it ASAP. I can start looking for it Monday. And, you know, I hope you get it, brother. If anybody does, you do. Because, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. Like, a lot of us who live normal lives, who are relatively healthy, you know, it's almost like a privilege to have it. And there's people that really, really fucking need it. And when you see people from Canada fly to an indigenous Indian reservation and live there for a couple weeks just because they know that they're going to be able to get the vaccine if they're in that vicinity. Did you hear that shit, dude? Kyle?
I didn't know.
Yeah, there was a couple from Canada that found out that this like small little town was going to be doing, like, they just basically said, oh, you know what? If you live in the town, just come because we're going to have enough because we're such a small community. You know what I mean? And then these couple from Canada flew there 3 weeks before and stayed there for 3 weeks, trying to mingle and be like, hey, you know, we just live up there, blah, blah, blah. And they got caught. And you know what happened? They got fined like $800.
Really? That sucks. That just sucks.
I mean, it's like, you know what I mean? It's like $800. Like they if you went to them and be like, hey, you can have it for $800, they would have saved money. They still don't care. They're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
We got to get it, and we only had to spend $800 to get it. They don't care.
True.
And not to make, you know, not to make it negative, but you better. If you don't get it, Joe, let me know. I'll fucking fight people. So anyway, for me, if you're not watching me on my channel, you unsubscribe from Kyle, and then you come to Massive Beer Reviews. How do they find you, Kyle?
And you are only allowed to subscribe to one of us, so choose wisely.
So welcome. Hey, welcome to my channel. It's called Massive Beer Reviews.
And just No Hype Beer Reviews, like it says. Oops, over here. And here, Instagram, Untapped. Period.
Period. You got to remember the period. If you don't, you don't get there.
I just want this to be really awkward at the end, so. Probably start picking these up. We only lost 2 people watching since we actively tried to be less interesting and engaging. And so when we get down to 16, we cut it off. When we get down to 17, we cut it off. Just need one person to leave so I can go, hey, there we go. We'll go with 16. We can go now.